This is your week 7 overview for 7th grade science. I'm on the home page and I'm going to choose modules. You could also choose assignments. So in week 7, we're going to start with the bell ringers. Just a reminder that you have one for every day of the week, Monday through Friday, and they are required to be completed. For distance learners, you can complete them here, or you can go down to where it says daily checks. So the same questions in 2 different locations. If you answer them in one place, then you're covered in the other. So if you answer them in the bell ringer section, they will already be completed under daily checks. Okay? Remember that those are required for distance learners for your attendance. All right, so that's the bell ringers, one for each day of the week. And then I have Monday through Thursday, and this will be your review. So this week you will only have 1 grade. Some of you may not even have 1 grade. It depends on which class you are in. So if you are in my 1st or 4th period class, you will take your exam on Friday, October 2nd. If you are in 5, 6, 7, or 8, then you will take it on Monday, October 5th. And I will email you if you are in my distance learning class and to send out a message letting you know which day your 9 weeks test is. So the directions say click on the link below. The PDF is interactive. You'll click on the videos and watch them, and make sure to play the review games as well. So notice we do have our objective listed. So it's for tests 1, 2, and 3, and that's what's going to be on your exam. Questions from all 3 tests. So this is what we call comprehensive. So I'm going to click on the review and open it. Okay, so this is your T1, or we call that Term 1, your first 9 weeks exam review. Again, October 2nd will be 1st and 4th period. October 5th will be 5, 6, 7, and 8. 20% of your report card grade will come from this one test. So it is very important that you study. So it is in order based on what we covered. So the first part is systems and cycles, and you can actually click on the videos here. So there's 2 videos on one slide, carbon and nitrogen cycles, and then the water cycle. Those will actually take you to the video. This is a list of the vocabulary words that will be covered. So make sure you know your water cycle steps: condensation, precipitation, evaporation. Hydrosphere, remember that means, hydro means water. We have transpiration, that only occurs with plants. So these are the vocabulary words you need to know for test 1, from test 1. So you need to be able to label a picture of the water cycle and the nitrogen cycle and the carbon cycle. Okay. Remember that nitrogen makes up most of the Earth's atmosphere. It's 78% of the Earth's atmosphere is actually nitrogen. And so there's just some facts for you to study. And then you, as a distance learner, will click on this one. So for at home. So I'm going to click on this just to show you what it will look like. Okay. So the number has already been entered for you, and you just have to type in your name. Okay. So that is for the first one. And then let's go back to the review. This was test 2, photosynthesis, cellular respiration. So we covered that for quite a while. And then this is all the vocabulary you need to know. On the left are words related to photosynthesis, such as chlorophyll, chloroplast, stomata, epidermis, cuticle. So remember that we did cover parts of the plant and animal cell, and so you need to know those words. This is your list of words that are related to cellular respiration. Remember, this is the part that animals complete, and some plants, but mostly animals. Only plants, only producers will complete photosynthesis. This is your equation for photosynthesis. This is your equation for cellular respiration. And as I discussed in the other videos, Notice that they are opposites of each other. So your reactants will be on the left side of the arrow, your reactants. Then you have the arrow. The arrow means yields or makes. And then on the right side is your product. Just like in math class, when you multiply, your answer is called a product. It's the same thing for chemistry, okay? So the right side here, that's your product. But notice they are opposite. So we have carbon dioxide and water on the left side, carbon dioxide and water on the right side for respiration. On the right side for photosynthesis, we have glucose. Remember, that is sugar or food. If the plant does not get eaten, the plant will use that for food. But if we eat the plant, or if an animal eats the plant, then that's how they get their food. So glucose and oxygen on the right side, or your products for photosynthesis. Glucose and oxygen on the left side, or they're the reactants for respiration. So we have discussed that. This is a review game. These are facts to remember, okay? And again, what the quiz is, you have, this is from test 2. This is at home. You do not need to click at school. They are the same questions, okay? But this is for, for my account. And you don't have my login, so you won't be able to get to it anyway. But for at home, you just click on it. It will take you to Quiz-Iz, and the game number has already been entered for you. Our last test that we are taking Thursday and Friday of this week, or I guess it'll be last week by the time you watch this, is on organic macromolecules. Remember, organic means it has carbon in it. It's not like organic at the grocery store. So we are talking about molecules, macromolecules, big molecules that have carbon in them, and that's about the only thing they have in common. So our 4 organic molecules, macromolecules, were carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. And so we have our vocabulary here. And then this table is just a summary of the 4. Carbohydrates, which we call that sugar. Lipids, which are fats. Proteins, and nucleic acids. And the reason why we have nucleic acid on this list is because they are organic, they do have carbon in them, and RNA is used to make proteins. So they are related. Okay, so remember these facts. Monomers are subunits of polymers. So mono, the word part mono in science means one. Poly means many. So you have 1 plus 1 plus 1, countless ones, coming together and making a large piece, or we just call it a polymer. Poly meaning many. Carbohydrates are made up of monosaccharides. Remember, mono means one. One sugar is what that word literally means. Monosaccharide, one sugar. Lipids are mainly made up of fat and some glycerol. Proteins are made of amino acids. Remember that we have 20 amino acids total. 11 are made by your body, and you don't have to do anything extra. They just make it naturally. And then that leaves 9, so 20 minus 11, that leaves 9 amino acids that need to be found in foods that you eat. So that's why it's important, and we've stressed, eating a balanced diet. You cannot live off of junk food. And I will have an article for you to read about a teenager who did try to just live off of junk food, and we'll see what happened to him. So that will also be in this week for you to read, just to review. And nucleic acids are made of nucleotides. That'll be pretty easy to match up because the words look very similar. So nucleic acids, nucleotides. And these are the list of elements found in each. So we have carbohydrates, CHO, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Lipids, CHO. So those are the same. They're just found in different numbers. There's a different number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in carbohydrates compared to lipids. Proteins have carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, but they also have nitrogen, and so that's what makes them special. And then you have nucleic acids that have the same first 4, and then you also have P, which stands for phosphorus. You need all four to live, and you get your macromolecules from the food you eat and also from the air that you breathe. And so this is the last slide, a quiz game just to review test number 3. If you have any questions about your exam, please feel free to contact me. And so I'm going to go back to Monday through Thursday. Again, these are objectives that we covered, 1, 2, and 3, so they're all listed. These are the vocabulary words that we have covered. And then on Friday, you will have that's the same review, okay, same PDF. And but Friday is the exam for classes 1 and 4. So if you are in classes 5 through 8, you will not have a grade next week, okay? Next week is a review for you because with classes 5 through 8, I will only see you on Tuesday and Thursday. If you are a distance learner, I will let you know when your exam will be, but you need to be studying like you're going to take it on Friday, okay? So just make time in your schedule to study for this test. It is 20% of your average. Also remember that I can see when you log in to take a test if you are on another website. You cannot have any other tabs open, and you cannot log in or click on another tab while the test is open, or it will let me know that you've done that, and that is considered cheating. If you are a distance learner, I cannot watch you take your test, and that is the only thing I have to ensure that you are taking your test honestly and to be fair to the students that are in class. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. But we are completing week 7, and we are completing this 9 weeks. So at school, we have 2 weeks of 9 weeks test because we are only meeting every other day. So use your time wisely and study for this exam and make it count.